In the pony car race, the Camaro left the gate late. They've been trying to catch the Mustang ever since. This year they did, and both cars are neck and neck in sales. Now we wonder if the race is worthwhile, since the sporty car market seems to be on a downhill treadmill. Very little has changed over last year's offering. Even the trunk remains too small to carry anything that goes in the trunk. Behind the rubberized grill housing lies Chevy's tried and true 350 V8, delivering somewhere around 245 horsepower. This is approximate because the engineers say that there can be more than a 15 horsepower variation in two engines built in the same day. Off the line, our tester was no neck snapper. We made 30 in 3.7 seconds. We actually had better times on last year's Camaro with the same engine. The 50-mile-an-hour run took 6.1 seconds. We realize that emission control standards do affect the output of an engine. However, this generally occurs at half throttle and not with maximum throttle as we were using in the acceleration runs. Our 60-mile-an-hour trip took 8.9 seconds. Whatever steam our Camaro lacked in accelerating, it more than made up for in the pylon course. In the run through the cones, we found that the name Hugger was aptly applied. The heavy-duty rally suspension package really works. We were able to close up the distance between the pylons and still maintain an easy 35 miles per hour. The car is agile and very predictable. It gave the feeling that if you were to get in trouble on the road, you'd stand a pretty good chance of maintaining control. Here's the run again, head-on in slow motion. Rebound felt smooth, recovery excellent. For stoppers, they gave us discs up front with guns in the rear. From 30 miles an hour, 40 feet. At higher speeds, some correction was necessary to keep in a straight line. From 50, 97 feet. Heat buildup was about average, but they seemed to dissipate it well. On the go-for-broke panic stops, there was excessive pedal fade, and this stop from 70 ate up 196 feet. Here's that 70-mile-an-hour stop in slow motion. Nosedive was slight. While the driver worked to keep the rear end from coming around, he was able to maintain control. We put the Hugger through some pretty grueling brake tests, and on the overall, we rate it good. One very noticeable change on this 71 model are the bucket seats. Besides being much softer, the angle of the back is too vertical. We felt that they might have incorporated an adjustable seat back. The deep foam softness is nice when you first climb in, but after driving, discomfort sets in. And in high-speed cornering, where driving becomes work, a firmer seat and back support are necessary. However, discounting driver comfort, this car is a good handler. The rally suspension is independent with unequal length control arms, coil springs, and an anti-sway bar up front. In the rear, they feature a rigid axle, semi-elliptic leaf springs with another sway bar. The car gave a good ride on the highway with even better handling on the track. In this era of softer suspension systems, there's a much greater feeling of security. The knowledge gained from racing has been bred into these sporty-type cars. Because of it, they're safer, and they're fun. I hope we don't lose them to a thing.